Hello, welcome to my virtual art gallery. It's February 11th when I'm recording this, and it has been an extremely tiring week, so excuse me if my voice sounds a little bit more dead than usual. I have been taking care of 3 cats, which is one more than I'm usually used to taking care of. His name is Wilson. It's my friend's cat. Wilson loves one of my cats, and one of my cats hates Wilson. I was struggling a little bit with the name for this kind of video. I was considering calling this video my failed art portfolio review or something. No. I was considering calling this my rejected art portfolio. Everyone on YouTube who does art, they have just these like perfect looking notebooks. I'm over here just what the heck? Oh, I know that's Wilson. I'm so sorry, Coon. All my cats are over here just chilling, and then Wilson's just freaking out in the background. He's not like a time where he's not crying. But yeah, no, I'm just over here, trying to get good. I think that's all I wanted to say. Got my iPad right here, and we're gonna just look over some of the art that I've done in the past year. Let's try doing more animation related ones. I've got a lot of work here, so let's see what we can salvage from. Let's go to animation. Let's start over here in the bottom. Alright, that looks pretty cool. So for this video, I just use dancers from music videos that I really like, and then I'll try to recreate it into an animation, and it helps me practice how like a person's body moves, which is kind of more what I'm into in terms of animation. There's a lot that I can pick from in terms of animation. We can do background art, you can be like an in-betweener, character designer, you can do coloring, but for me specifically, I like storyboarding and I like character design. As an independent, I kind of have to like do everything, but the one that I really want to try to nail is character movement. And if I had to be more specific, dynamic movement, I would really love to make like a really cool like anime-esque action scene one day. Okay, so yeah, it's a fighting one. So yeah, this one is me again practicing movement again in this version. I'm doing a fighting scene. I think I remember the video I was using for this, and yeah, I was just making sure that I got like the reason why I like this one a lot was because they were moving around the area a lot, and that is something interesting to capture with motion. A lot of times when you watch animation, they like to keep the background stagnant because it would take a lot to move around the area, like just a lot of different kinds of camera shots, not just of the character, but then the background would have to change too. And in this case, I didn't make a background, but I really do like when the camera goes around the character and we get to see more of the area. It just kind of gives it more, I don't know, depth, or I like to just call it coolness. I remember this one. Here we go. I think it's the whole thing. And there, yeah. So this one's more political. I was making it during that time last year where all the riots and protests were happening. This was like my way of putting my own like artistic spin on it, I guess. But I never ended up posting it because the background characters, as you can see, they just kind of like move inconsistently with the rest of the image all day. This like it was funny. He wasn't like yelling before, so I thought, oh, it was a perfect time to record. But whenever he's away from Kunai, he just starts to cry. Now I think about it, he cries even when he's with Kunai. This cat just cries a lot. All right, but yeah, the background was really bad. Like I just couldn't. I got frustrated fixing it, so I never really fixed it, and I never really posted it. So, yeah, not my best work. This is Julia. Alright, this is just simple steps. That is a character. Oh, actually, maybe we could show more of it. Oh, I can just put it in the photo, but Yeah, this is a character that I made called Julia, and I was just practicing making her walk kind of forward. And I know that doesn't seem like super exciting, but for me, I feel like the way a character walks says a lot about them. So I was practicing doing that. Walks are actually extremely hard for me. As you can see, the last animation I made, I literally quit because of the walking. To me, it's those little details that I really try to, nail. I think it's a lot harder than people think. And then here we have this. Yeah, this is sometimes things that I do for my friends. I like making little chibis of them so that when we send each other messages, we can use them. Yeah, I just made this one really randomly one day. I just made a lot of basic shapes. Like I made the background first, and then I made a bunny, and then I just tried to see if I can make him like run and do an action. I don't know if this was based off of a video I've already seen, like a tutorial, because it has a very different kind of style. Yeah, my characters have a lot of bolder outlines, so seeing this makes me think maybe that I saw it somewhere else. Yep, this is one of the other chibis that I would make. It was like copying the penguin giving you a hug, but instead I wanted it to be me. But this was like not even a year ago, and I had long brown hair, so need to update it. Oh my god, now I think about it, Wilson, you look like this cat. I wanted to practice doing a transformation animation. This is the first attempt in it. I don't really love it personally now because the ones that I would say are really epic transformations are the Sailor Moon kind of transformations. Pokemon transformations are pretty cool, but the one that I really wanted to go for, but I failed miserably, was the Space Jam's Monstars transformation. That one was probably one of my favorite, like going from small to big animations I've ever seen. This is pretty much all that I could do right now. I would like to challenge myself to do it again a later time. So yeah, this is another dancing one. I remember this one because I drew it on paper first, and then I took pictures of it on my iPad and then drew over it again on Procreate. So it's missing a lot of like little in-between layers, so it has like a choppy look to it, but I kind of like the choppiness to it. It really does show the individual movement that's happening. So this one I think I made before the other dancing one. So this one was just 3 of the same animations, but different timing and different stretching. This is, I think, the Animation Survival book. I've totally botched that name. You can see him flying and then the impact, whereas the next one, there is him flying and then right to the wall, then the impact, and then the last one shows a stretch and the impact, and then it all gives it a different kind of feeling, even though it's kind of subtle. Stretch kind of gives this more believableness, which is funny because we don't really stretch as much as we just kind of have a blur when things go really fast, but it gives that feeling of a blur, so it feels more realistic. And this one I just send to, people like my boyfriend, or, whenever I'm just trying to be sweet. Again, needs an update. Alright, yeah, I totally remember this one. Again, I had long hair. I wanted long purple hair. Still considering getting a wig. I really want to be like a human anime character, and so making myself into anime is like the closest thing I can do to that. I guess that and giving myself dyed hair. But yeah, I love the idea of seeing myself in like an anime, so I made my own character. The style is very much based off of like old 90s or early 2000s anime, and I really just love that style. I'm super nostalgic for it. If my skills cap at 90s, early 2000s anime, I would be fine with that. So what is that? Oh, I forgot about this one. Why did I make that? I love it. This is so cool. I kind of remember it now that I'm looking at it, but yeah, no, I love how he eats it. I love the sandwich just kind of space flies into his mouth. Oh, hey. Nice of you to visit or use me as a bridge. Yeah, this is another one. Just a little GIF. I really like this one. It was one of the first ones that I did that I felt like, oh, it kind of looks like a professional GIF. And I like the noodle arms getting bigger. I'm a sucker for all the classic animation tropes. Oh, that one's really fast. That one could use some timing. But yeah, no. I saw the poses, but I wanted to make a character based off of the model, so I just created this Dunkin' Donuts mascot. It makes no sense as to why a Dunkin' Donuts mascot would be punching anything, but you know, why not? Art. That's the great thing. Yeah, that one's very short-lived. Have an animation assist. So yeah, again, practicing walking. I'm pretty sure I saw this one again in the book, and it was just making sure I got like a little bit of bounce in step. So the fact that she was able to walk a straight line to the end of the screen and come back was like, that was the trick that I was trying to get. This one is straight out of the book. I remember this one. Yeah, I remember when I saw this in the book and I was like, I need to see this in motion. Took pictures of the book and then like resketched them and had her move across the screen. So I animated it, did not design it. I remember this one. This one was just working with smears. And that's all it is. Just this back and forth. And I really like it because I really do like the smear. Like that one, that individual smear. Because it just is like such a pain sometimes to get like every single angle in between. This is like a really like nice way to save yourself some time. And time is of the essence. I am personally working on an animation right now and with my own character designs, and trying to get some of these more subtle movements have been a struggle, to say the least. Oh, this one was supposed to be just kind of like a magician just like trying to like leave the room. When you're pregnant, it's kind of just a joke, you know, not ready to have kids just yet. This one was a commission by a Twitch streamer who also makes music. He wanted it to be very, you know, like psychedelic and kind of just going through a trip. And I'm for it. I like the ideas that are weird. When he's in a party and he kind of like crowd, what is that thing called when you're just kind of like bumping into each other in the party? And then I used his momentum to like have him crash through the floor, and you know, all of a sudden we're like in his world and tripping. And he said he liked owls, so I'll be like, let's get you swallowed by an owl, and then you like become the owl. It just felt like very within that theme. There was like a lot of I remember designs going into that owl. This was like some of those designs when I was first coming up with the owl. But yeah, that's about it in terms of the animations on my iPad that I can show. I have a ton of illustrations. I'm not really too sure if that would be good to show on here. This is definitely a more animation based video series, so, or channel, I would say in general. But yeah, let me know what you think. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.